Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, and Karkadash. This all praises to the one called God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem being in the name, and Yahweh Shai being in the name of the only begotten Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching his word and truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will with another video to edify. And we're going to get right into this. Other possible Gabar put this out, and I wanted to make a response to it.
And have a feast in the beginning of our months. That's what we do. Okay, and the moon does not dictate the seventh-day Sabbath.
Did you hear that? The moon does not dictate the seventh-day Sabbath. So what does? Doesn't the moon dictate the month? In the very Apocrypha, which he's going to read, it tells you that the month was named after the moon. The word month, even when you look it up in the etymology dictionary, the word month came from the moon, from the word moon. Okay? So if the moon dictates the month, the course of a month, shouldn't it dictate the course of the Sabbath? When does the Sabbath come in? The seventh day, correct? Sabbath, another word for Sabbath is seven, which equates to rest. So what would calibrate when the seventh day come in? Wouldn't it be the moon? But this guy just said the moon. Let's say that again. Confusion, man.
The Most High command us.
These dudes are confused concerning the phases of the moon.
In every month we come together and have a feast in the beginning of our months. That's what we do. Okay, and the moon does not dictate the seventh-day Sabbath.
The moon does not dictate the seventh-day Sabbath. However, the moon dictates the month. The word month was named after the moon. What is a month? A collection of days. Right? A collection of days which makes what? 1 week. 4 weeks make what? 1 month. The word week means change.
Let's see.
The word week means to change.
And really, you got to start off this lesson here, man. This is Isaiah 8:20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. And that's IUIC in a nutshell. All right, here it is. And we're going to get into it. I'm going to get into it. The Lord will be edifying, but here it is. The scriptures tell you how to track the Sabbaths. There's a way in which to track Sabbaths and high holy days. The Lord set a calendar, and he started it with the moon, right? So you are supposed to track the high holy days and your Sabbaths through the moon, and we get that in the Apocrypha, Sirach 43. And I'll start at 6 or 5. It says, great is Yahweh that made it, and at his commandment runneth hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times. Isn't the Sabbath a declaration of time? Meaning this is the beginning of weeks. This is the beginning of a month. Right? It says, in a sign of the world, for the moon is the sign of feast. Is not the Sabbath supposed to be a feast? Right? A day of rest. It says, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Right? So a light that decreases in her perfection. So when it becomes perfect, right, is when it fully decreases. And what is that? The new moon. The month is called after her name. So the new moon, right, and you go from a full moon and it decreases to its perfection. So from that full moon to a moon where you can't see it, that is when it's perfected. Right? It says the moon is called after her name. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. Right? So the moon is how you dictate time. Right? This is why we had a lunar calendar in Israel. Right? The Lord gave us the time. This devil system gives you leap years and all this stuff. The Lord didn't deal with that. Right? First Samuel, this is an account showing you that the new moon and the Sabbath all tied in hand. This is 1 Samuel 20 and 18. It says, Then Jonathan said to David, Tomorrow is the new moon. Thou shalt be missed because thy seat will be empty. Because why? David used to go to Saul's house for the Sabbath. It says, And when thou hast stayed 3 days, then thou shalt go down quickly and come to the place where thou hidest thyself when the business was in hand, and shall remain by the stone of Ezel. It says, I will shoot 3 arrows on the side of the mark. I'm going to jump down actually. It's verse 23. It says, And as touching the matter which thou and I have spoken of, behold, Yahweh be between me and thee forever. So David hid himself in the field, and when the new moon was come, the king sat him down to eat meat, and the king sat upon his seat as at other times, even upon the seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side. And David's place was empty. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something had befallen him. He is not clean. Why would he care if he wasn't clean? Because it was a holy day. He's supposed to be clean. Surely he is not clean. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the 2nd day of the month. Right? So we just got here that in the new moon, we said that in the 18th verse, the new moon, and then the next day after that was the 2nd day of the month. So that's how you dictate time. So the 18th verse and the 27th verse lets you know how you dictate time. It says, And it came to pass on the morrow, which is the 2nd day of the month, that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan his son, Wherefore come not the son of Jesse to meet yesterday nor today? And Jonathan answered David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. All right? 2 Kings 4 and 23. It says, 2 Kings 4 and 22, it says, And she called unto her husband and said, Send me, I pray thee, one of the young men and one of the asses, that I may go and run to the man of the Most High and come again. And he said, where wilt thou go to him today? It is neither new moon nor Sabbath. Because what? The new moon was the beginning of the month, which was their first Sabbath of that month. And Sabbath was what? Every 7 days after that. Right? So they're tied together. The Sabbath is dictated by the new moon. The high holy days, the feast, are dictated by the new moon. 2 Chronicles 2 and 4. It says, Behold, I build an house to the name of Yahweh my power, to dedicate it to him, and to burn before him sweet incense, and for the continual showbread, and for the burnt offerings morning and evening, on the Sabbaths and on the new moons. Why is this all being tied together? Because they go hand in hand. All right? And on the solemn feast of Yahweh our power. This is an ordinance forever to Israel. Over and over again, it's showing you. Now, I want to put these scriptures together just to detail some stuff. Now, I'm going to start with Numbers 10 and 10. It says, also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months. We already got that with, what was that, Samuel 20 and 18, or, yeah, was it First Samuel 20 and 18 to verse 27. Verse 18 and jump down to 27. That's where it tells you what the beginning of the month was. It says, in the beginning of your months, talking about the new moon, ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt sacrifices and over the sacrifices of peace offerings, right? That they may be unto you for a memorial before the Most High. I am Yahweh your power. Now the blowing of the trumpets, this is Psalms 81. And 3, it says, blow ye the trumpet in the new moons. We just got it on the law. And what was that? Numbers 10 and 10. It said, blow ye the trumpets in the new moons and in the time appointed on your solemn feast days. Right? So the new moon dictates the month and the Sabbath. So whatever these dudes is talking about, the IUIC, they don't know anything. This dude don't know nothing. Right? And there's no light in them because they're not saying the things the Lord actually said. Isaiah 8:20 says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Shalom.